All the ranged, or do you want the melee to swap too?
If all the ranged do, it'd probably be fine, but yeah. If it's on the melee side, it's running through melee anyway, so you might as well hit it once it hits there. Otherwise, you guys could be taking care of the big guy.
Yeah. Also, be careful with the big guy. He does like a frontal cone, so running in front of him, a lot of people are dying to that.
Mark us tanks, if you can.
I think the big guy also explodes when he dies.
Yeah, it does.
I'm going to make a little adjustment here. So melee, I want you to be there, and tanks, I just cast pain suppression on myself. Fucking keybinds. And I want tanks to try to be right there. With those three globules, what happened is when it went out to the druid, who is correctly out here, it just hit a bunch of melee who are in the way. So you all have to actually be out of the way of that. So hopefully having the melee on red kind of behind the boss will alleviate that. So let's try that and see how it goes.
Okay.
Alright, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've been waiting for this day.
Oh, fuck, it's another one of these bosses that moves horribly.
Seize your destiny.
I think that's new. I think that's the new thing.
Cut your heart out.
Alright, run with that. Melee, watch out, don't get hit by it.
Kill the third.
Don't run
Alright,
in
we've
front
got a
of
blood
the
globule out
walking
now.
tear.
Let's see how many.
I'm pretty sure that globule needs to die.
Do you have any stacks?
Back into positions.
Yeah, you have one. Okay. Heartseeker, careful.
Move out.
Visions.
Visions.
Happen to 50 energy, so we can do it from then on.
Was this how you wanted to?
Moved out of it. I
We have
think
a
one has to
tranquility.
be in each circle,
Yeah.
basically. Wasn't one of them. The other guy got into it and then moved out as it cast ended.
Seize your destiny. Let's see how many.
Move.
Can we get a Foxer?
If you could kill me, I'm going
They removed Fox.
hard up.
Oh, true.
Back into position.
Bloodthirster. Two of them up.
Do we have a cooldown for this?
No, we both popped ours at the same time.
Kill the bloodthirst.
Health pots if you have them.
Oh, we're not. Did a little guy hit the pool?
Oh, did you believe you could?
No.
Not the ones
Progression!
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay, I don't know why, but the second big ad that spawned casts the thing you need to interrupt like 3 times more frequently than the first guy.
You think it's carrying over to all of them?
Oh god, that'd suck. That would
Like,
blow.
The first one I got all 3 interrupts. The second one cast it, I used Skull Bash and Fairy Fire, and it wasn't even up for the third cast. Like neither of them.
Yeah, Altia, do that. We'll have the Trank as the first one, and then your Divine Hymn as the second. That'll work.
Who's the first healer that's gonna go into Visions?
Altia, do you want to do that? Alright.
When does he do visions? Is it like 15 seconds after the first whirl death hell thing?
Yeah, it's about that long.
That's when he hits 50 energy too, so.
50 energy? Oh,
Oh,
let's
right,
see.
his energy bar.
He gives me
Well,
another-
no, okay, it says increase cast speed by 150%. The casts were getting faster as I interrupted on the first one, but on the second one the frequency was increased by like 300%. I don't know if that's a thing or...
Probably a bug. That's what it sounds
You
like.
didn't kill it as fast as the first one.
No, it was like... The first one was every 15 seconds the cast went out, and the second one was every 4.
So for the Visions of Death, is that the thing where he starts spewing out that green, like,
Yeah.
the green
Yeah.
thing?
Oh, yeah.
So do you have to stand in the green, or because I saw he was toasting around and spinning all over the place?
There's two things. His Savage Hell thing, which drops a bunch of pools on the ground where people are standing, that's one thing. The
That's
other thing is a
different.
cone in front of him where we have to soak it to be able to send into the demon realm, kill demons and shit.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if that was a frontal cone because he was just spinning all over the place when that happened last time. Right?
We got
believe
hit
he's
by Visions
still.
of Death, didn't we? Like,
He
not
looked
enough
like he was
people were
standing
in it.
still for me.
Okay, I just saw 2 frontal cones going in the opposite directions. That's why I was confused.
I think we have to stand in it right as it's about to end as well.
Yeah.
There's a little frontal cone thing, and then there's 2 green circles inside of it. I think one person needs to be in each. It kind of lights up when you're standing in as the thing ends.
Oh, yeah.
Can you
Whoever
only
was
send
in
like
it, I
2
saw
people?
that.
Okay.
So you want to have a healer on the far one, DPS on the close one?
I'll take the close one.
Can I go in so I can try 4 lucky things on the ads in there?
Yeah.
Warlock things.
But if you want to try.
4 lucky things.
Also for the AoE thing, I think death throws, there's no pools in melee, so I don't know if like everyone's supposed to come into melee and you just skip everything, or if there needs to be...
No, because
There were
damage
pulls in melee?
decreases the further targets from Killrogg, so I don't think you want to be doing that.
That's fair.
Alright,
I guess on my
everyone
tank
is,
I didn't notice it.
everyone is ready, so here's countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've been waiting for this day. Come,
I'm sorry, melee fight. Hold on.
I'm going to cut your heart out.
Heartseeker.
Well, you gotta move out further than that when that happens.
Let's see how many fall before I
Need to kill the salivating. Well, it came out.
Lust.
going to cut your heart out.
Back into position.
Another Heartseeker.
Gaze into my eyes.
Visions.
You're doomed.
Well, I was in there, but someone else was.
Hellstones if you got them.
See, I'm going to cut your heart out.
Heartseeker again.
Let's see if you believe you could kill me.
Yeah, that mechanic is,
You were not the ones I...
it really makes me regret that they have taken Fox out. It's very difficult to heal, like tank heal, when that Death Throes is going out.
Probably just line up cooldowns or put external on him at the time.
Maybe we shouldn't...
Yeah, I
need it
tossed
to be
Beansub
honest.
on, but
Does he just stand completely still and the tanks can run away?
I think so.
We will find a way through this.
I want to just bubble the healer and just let him pop a cooldown.
so the main problem there is we had someone who got the one mechanic where you have to run away. It looked like you were kind of positioning yourself so that it would not hit anyone else, but you just need to run far away, because the more travel time that blood globule has, the more we'll be able to DPS it down faster. Alright? You've got to run away as soon as that happens.
Who actually got sent down into the demon realm last time?
The Hunter and myself, but
Yeah, I did.
the Hunter kind of just died because he was like at 10% health when they were in there.
Oh, Does it do damage when it happens, or did he just die from being down there?
I don't know where the damage is coming from. I think it might have been from upstairs actually, because we were taking like 30k from somewhere, and I don't think it was down there.
And then I died, but I didn't die. I came back out here, and I was alive.
You were probably taking damage from
Rending
whatever the
howls.
hulking terror, the rending howl thing.
And then, I mean, stayed down there for a bit, but then basically what happens is there's 3 M's that spawn, the Fellblaze Imps with 500.
Which the debuff
500k
stacks
health each.
apparently.
The Imps have 500k health, Mistress, and then I think the big Doomguard thing spawns, and then the Mistress spawns. I didn't check their health though.
Alright.
So,
You're ready, check
Can you
out.
let Brusel go down this time? I want to test something. Cool.
I mean, those ads, I think I was in there for like maybe 10-15 seconds, and we had like 6 ads up at the time, so those things comes fast.
The ads in the bottom part?
Yeah, Visions of Death.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, we've
So-
almost got everyone ready. I'm gonna go ahead and do a countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've been waiting for this day. Come, brothers. Seize your destiny.
That's behind us.
Parath entered channel.
Leon, move out.
The death throw's coming in 5.
Let's see how many fall before I do. Can you believe you could kill?
Alright, Devil, throw me an invite when you can.
I'm going to cut your heart out.
Back into position, ranged.
Tunning boss.
Visions of Death.
Witness you.
Circles are a little bit. Okay, you see him.
You've got a blood up.
I didn't get sent down, so someone else did. Someone else took my spot. Looks like Rogue's down there.
2 DPS.
Yeah, Rogue
You
and
take the
Overlord.
next big ad.
Okay.
I'm trying to see because we have to swap for Fell Corruption.
But our strength was not enough. You will not defeat us.
Back into position, ranged.
Fell Seeker. And
We've got a blood up.
guy out.
Ending here.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm going to cut your.
Heart Seeker again.
Kill the bloodthirst.
Let's see how many fall before I do. Can you believe you could kill me?
So that death throws mechanic is basically like heroic Garrosh if you ever did him in SOO, where he's throwing out that crap and we all just have to move as a group. I think with people moving everywhere randomly, that's probably going to cause more damage, and the better that we move as a group towards blue marker, most likely that's the way to properly deal with that.
If you're properly stacked at the start, do you think you can move like not very much because, or like as a group and follow a player?
Throw me an invite, Devil.
It looks like it was targeting players, so you could just sort of like all stack and move slowly as a group instead of everyone just running in a direction.
Yeah, I feel like for death throws, you can actually just put a mark on someone's head and move around an arc. I mean, blue's a bit too far away. You're wasting DPS time.
Give me the TLDR of what we've decided to do with this boss.
When you get here, I'll explain.
I'm here.
Are you in the room?
I can visualize the room. Be there in a second though.
You'll see the markers, and we're running to blue once you see the blue marker. You'll get fixated by a mechanic, like a arrow over your head, and you need to run to blue. Then you'll be all the ranged are on green with melee on red.
You think the melee should run out to the ranged group before death throws?
I don't know if you need to do it before, but
Did the tanks see if they could run away?
We can.
Okay.
can a healer come down with me this time? Because
Yes.
they don't do a lot of damage, but they do some damage.
I was supposed to go, but I think the rogue took the melee spot, so
Yeah.
just make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Wait, so melee don't get death throws though, do they?
There's none in melee, but we still get the damage.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, there were circles in melee, but I think it might be like you need a minimum number of ranged out to not get them.
When Killrogg was spinning, when he's doing the death throws, like the whirlwind thing, was that like a playstorm effect where it like was clicking the melee, or is that just for animations? Because I saw two rogues getting damage from that, but I'm not sure what it was.
You just take raid-wide AoE damage during it.
Well, I guess...
Let's make a decision here. For when death throws goes out, do we want for range to move out this way towards blue, or do we want to move in an arc? And what do we want to do with melee? Because I'm assuming you all want melee to move far away as well, right? And just sacrifice their DPS. Is that what we want to do?
Why don't you just move to where the sanctuary is, and then go in an arc like that, so we can still reach the boss at that from there? Because if we get the blue, we're not going to be able to DPS, and that's a waste of DPS time.
Okay, so we will move in an arc like this, from green to yellow to purple. Will that work for ranged?
Or,
Is that what you're wanting to do?
that works.
You said run out to the well, right?
I said run out to the sanctuary where Skull and Next is jumping right now, but I mean that works too, I guess.
You don't want to go into the room because there's still skulkers and stuff that people can throw instants on. That needs to happen.
That's true.
Right after the death throws, there's usually a Heartseeker right away too, so be wary of that.
So for when it happens, just have the Heartseeker guys stay behind, and then all the range get back to the range pile.
Yep.
There's even an arrow coming from the boss. Basically, it's literally marked for death.
Literally, yeah.
Also, I can't see it because I'm not targeting the boss, but if anyone can see what buff he's getting, I just saw like 45% increased damage too, and then I couldn't read what it was.
I'll try to catch it this time. I have it on focus.
Alright, we got green lights. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've been waiting for this day. Come, brothers. Seize your destiny.
Need to kill the thirst.
Bruce, move out, please.
Well, got another app.
Let's see how many fall before I...
This is your strength. No, never mind.
I'm going to cut your heart out.
Guess we had an extra ad there.
That seems like, yeah, that's a lot more damage.
Yeah, normally there wasn't damage there.
I got the second app.
The second ad was up pre-casting, what's it called?
The highest priority target for every single damaged person in the raid needs to be those small ads.
Why don't we just take like our whole strat and move it backwards a little bit so that we can actually
Backwards
have more
towards blue.
Oh, so
Yeah,
the
towards
melee
the
can get
entrance.
on that little guy faster?
I mean, just overall, we'll have more time on the ads, it seems.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we're basically fighting them at the finish line instead of
Yeah.
halfway down.
Also, as far as I can tell, the ads spawned by the extra things reaching it just cast a lot faster, so you never want them, and then the ones that spawn normally don't.
Okay.
For the big, the hulking terrors, are we interrupting them immediately, or are we waiting for the near the end of their only like when they start casting high damage ones?
Just immediately.
Should we hold it off so that we only interrupt the ones that's like near the end, so that we only interrupt high damage ones, so it doesn't increase their cast speed.
No, you need to interrupt everyone, and it's not hard to interrupt everyone.
Alright, let's make a decision. Do you want blue closer to all the other markers, or do you want all the other markers closer to blue?
All the other markers closer to blue.
Alright.
Tank it like right here or something.
The ads jump down around where I am on this grate here, on both sides of the room. So we just need to be in range of those.
Yeah, as long as we're in range of the 4 doors around the room, we should be good.
This might be a little bit far for picking up the
Yeah.
ads in the circle.
You probably want it like to the right, maybe like 5 yards.
I can pull it for you if you want. You can taunt it off me.
No,
Alright.
it's fine.
We got green lights. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've been waiting for this day. Come, brothers. Seize your destiny.
Did you trap him up?
No, he was just taking a while to
Watching
get down.
Well, we're gonna have death throws come up here soon.
How many fall before I do?
Move back to position.
I'm going to cut your heart out.
Heartseeker.
Gaze into
Visions.
Visions.
Well, those are pretty far away.
Death throws again soon.
Ads from behind us.
see how many fall before I do.
Salivator spawned kind of close.
Hellstones if you need to.
I'm going to cut your heart out.
Back into position. Alright, that killed us.
We can have a master.
What was that?
Fell blood.
Someone in melee probably got hit by.
You were not the ones I saw.
I can mass res,
Each death throws is
maybe. Oh, wait, no,
increased
no, no,
damage.
never mind.
That was the buff on the boss.
Each one does 15% more damage.
Yeah.
Here, Ultras
Each time
when
he
it's
does it.
serve. And they can mass res.
Yeah,
And
so
if it resets.
the same mistake happened there that we had on a previous attempt. The person who had the debuff ran out correctly, but it hit someone in melee range, either a tank or melee, it looks like.
Also, I think after you come out of the visions, you gain like stacks of like corruption, and when you get targeted by Heartseeker, then you're gonna spawn a Fell Blood. I think.
Hey Bruce, did you phase out by yourself, or what happened there? Because I think you phased out.
What do you mean? I phased into the demon realm from his visions.
Did you ever like port it back out, or did you stay there the
Yeah.
entire time?
I ported out.
How did you port out?
I died inside. When you die inside, what happens is you get ported back to the room thingy where Ariak is.
Okay, I didn't see you die. You were at full the entire time, so I was confused where you went.
Yeah, I believe what happens is if you let a felon get a cast off, it says it does damage, but I think it does more damage than you have health, so it just one-shots you. But
Yeah,
it prevents that hit from happening, so you don't actually die. You don't actually
600,000.
take any damage.
Yeah, 600,000 health. Yeah, that's a one shot.
Yeah. The healer that's down with me needs to have an interrupt to help with the felons.
Yeah, it's probably gonna have to be either the paladin or this priest, because Do you have the intro? I only have Arcane Torrent.
Yeah. Also,
Leon, would
stuns
you,
and stuff don't work down there either.
Leon, would you like to go down since you've got decent interrupts?
Sure.
All right. We are all here, ready to check going out.
I guess another thing is that it doesn't necessarily have to be a range. It can be like a rogue or something that goes down there. Because I mean, as long as they do burst DPS through and can interrupt. Because there's multiple targets to interrupt. Is the thing. There's like 3 Ms at the time.
There's
green
a lot
lights.
of them down there, yeah.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've been waiting for this day. Come, brothers, seize your destiny.
Heartseeker.
Run out.
Let's see how many fall.
Run.
I do. Can you believe you could kill me?
Back into position.
I'm going to cut your heart out.
Fire Seeker.
Run out.
Gaze into my eyes and witness your doom.
Oh wait, you're going.
Come, brothers, seize your destiny.
Do you want the next ad or do you want boss?
Before I do.
No, you take it. Careful for the Heartseeker.
Your heart out.
Back into position. We've got a blood up.
Do we need interrupt help on the Hulking Terror? Also, we haven't used Lust yet.
He also lost.
I'm hitting this one.
Alright, we survived bottom.
Let's see how many fall before I.
It's a lot of blood.
No, yeah, Heartseeker stayed in raid.
You were not the ones I saw.
Yeah, bottom with some interrupts is pretty easy. Well, I don't know about easy, but manageable.
Yeah, I also assumed that the boss would be at like 40% or something at that point. Maybe not 40, but low.
Is that the fight?
Seems like there's no other phases or anything.
Yeah, he probably just repeats that over and over again until you win.
It's easier in fucking Iron Reaver.
It seems like as the fight progresses, death throws gives more damage, but also the more people go down, come up with the damage buff, and also you get more. What are the little ones that you absolutely have to kill? Not the blood things.
Salvating Bloodthirsters.
The
Yeah.
fell blood globules.
As for
Oh
the
yeah, we
death
get
throws,
fell blood now too, huh?
Yeah,
The
because when
boss.
people go down and come back up, if they get Heartseeker, then it spawns them.
And then you also have the MC corruption part too, which might be a problem. Because it just mind controls you if you hit 100, doesn't it?
Yep. The boss was also getting a 15% stacking buff for the death throws. So every death throws increases his next death throws by 15% stacking. So at that point, he was at 30% increased damage.
I came out with a buff called Undying Salvation.
This fight's gonna be fun and live.
I'm wondering if the cleansing thing, visions from being down there, stacks, like, should we be sending different people every time so that, you know, we get stacking one?
Undying Salvation
I don't
is
think it
cleanse
happens
5
for a
spell
minute.
corruption every 1 second to nearby allies. So
It's also yeah.
It only lasts for 1 minute, so I don't think you could have
It's-
multiple people with it.
Yeah, it's all of the buffs that you come out with are called Undying Salvation. Just what you get is dependent on your roll. Like damage gets a damage buff. You always get the cleansing buff.
Damage one is called Resolve, but yeah.
It also
Really? That's
drop does.
not what WoW says.
Raw progress. I mean, Warcraft log says from the last attempt. That's all.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know. I probably had the highest fell in raid, and it dropped me all the way back to 0. So
Touch the healer that went down.
Alright, green lights. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've been waiting for this day. Come, brothers. Seize your destiny.
Mansis run out.
Somebody melee got hit.
That was a bloodstreak.
Why didn't a blood spawn from me?
Because the melee took it.
Oh.
If you hit by the arrow, like mark for death, you lose.
I'm going to cut your heart out.
are we wiping this or?
Probably should.
Gaze into my
We need to test something.
Are we still going? I didn't go down because I thought we were wiping.
Two melee went down.
Legion makes its final push. It's been an honor to fight by your side all these years. But our strength was not enough to save you. Before
Don't interrupt this guy till the very. Okay.
100 demons screaming back to the twisting nether.
Mansis run out.
So I think for the hulking, what you're gonna have to do is like let one go off in between, so they don't stack as much. Like on the later ones that you can't blow up as fast. Because if you don't interrupt two consecutively, they keep stacking. But if you interrupt one,
Yeah.
like it'll drop. You can deal with like one of the debuffs on the raid. At least on
Can we
Mythic,
try
that'll probably be
interrupting it at the
distraction.
last possible second? Because when we did that, it didn't cast it for a full 14 other seconds, but when we did it right at the beginning, it recast the skill almost immediately.
I'm going to you were not the ones I saw.
I think, yeah, if you hold off to the end, it looks like it causes the cleave thing to happen before the second cast. Versus if you interrupt right away.
Yeah.
It's the other, it gets off cooldown before the cleave happens.
The only reason I'm skeptical of that is, like, I've never had a mechanic before where it works like that, but
But there's been tons of mechanics that work like that.
not like that. I meant, like, when we interrupted it right at the beginning, it did the next one in 4 seconds regardless of the savage, whereas if we interrupted at the very end, it did it in 14.
The savage is a long cast duration is all. So if you do it at the end, the 5-second
No, I know what you're talking about. and
lockout from
that's
Ick or whatever.
certainly a thing. I just, on the second one that came out, I was messing around with it, and if you interrupted at the very end, it didn't cast it again for a really long time.
Do you just have a breadcrumb of markers?
Yeah. I'm going to go down as the healer this time just to check it out. So you can stay up here and heal everyone through crazy damage, Leon.
For the death throws, to avoid the swirlies, I found you can just like rotate through 4 spots. Like I make a little circle and I can get a cast off every spot.
Yeah, and it doesn't always target like everyone at the same time, kind of. It targets like different people, so some people will sometimes might not get the circle.
I'm just changing one glyph real quick.
2 DPS down, we got 13 stacks. This is 6 stacks.
Alright. 7, 6, 5,
We missed out on the
4,
resetting of
3,
what's it called.
2, 1.
I've been waiting for this day. Come, brothers, seize your destiny.
I'm gonna run off and die. I have to go answer the door. I'm sorry. I'm outside.
Let me get this interrupt.
Run out. Kill Millie.
Let's see how many fall before I do. I'm going to cut your heart out.
Heartseeker, also.
Gaze into my eyes.
Visions.
Your doom. Come, brother.
Go ahead and taunt boss.
I'm going to cut your heart out. Let's see how many fall before I do.
Blood globule.
Let me
You
get
kill
this
the
interrupt.
thirster.
I'm going to cut your heart out. Did you believe you could kill me?
Someone get next interrupt on hulking. Also, it needs to die. Everyone's dead, never mind.
Let's see how many fall before I do.
I got a stack. I fucked up on that one.
I'm going to cut your heart out. Gaze into my eyes and witness your doom.
What's killing Billy every single time?
Ones I saw.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, I would definitely say that setting up different people to go into the visions every time would be preferable, because it seemed like as soon as I got out, another one was going out. And in order to even make use of the debuff on the boss, you would need to switch people in and out, I think, right?
Just for a damage buff, maybe?
On the people that came out that said immune to visions of death too, so I think it forces you to switch.
Yeah.
Also, during the second death throws, we could have melee jump on the death glob, because we're moving and most of us are casters, so we can't really DPS. And that second globule always gets to the boss and does damage while the death throw goes down.
What's the raid's corruption levels after the first visions? Like when the second one comes out? Could we send 2 DPS the first time and then send a healer and a DPS the second? Like, do we need the cleansing part on the first one specifically?
Probably not, unless there's... Is there anything with the fell corruption that happens at 25 or 50?
I think it's just MC at 100.
Then yeah, probably not.
Where do you even see the Fel Corruption? Is that like a debuff?
Oh, Moody says the DPS and heals both get cleansing aura.
I'd definitely do 2 DPS then, right? Because we got 13 stacks.
Yeah. Send
30% increased damage.
send a melee and a ranged. Range goes to cleanse the ranged clump. Melee cleanses the melee. Probably.
Yeah, so definitely do 2 DPS.
Alright, so we've got our 2 DPS that are selected to go in.
The rending howl thing, I don't know if it's actually mechanic, but I tried it and it seemed to work. I interrupted the very end and it didn't cast it again for a really long time both times. And if it goes off, it casts it again like 4 seconds.
Alright, well let's continue to do that and see if we can see some consistency in that. Because that would definitely make it easier. Alright, I don't know where this one guy went, but everyone else is ready.
We're getting ported.
Ooh, we're getting ported out.
Pull. Damn it.
Well, I think we learned a lot from that though. I feel good about that.
Yeah, there's a lot there that's not in the dungeon journal. It's good.
I mean, we got to see the timing of everything and, you know, perhaps how the interrupts work and what's best to send inside the visions. I mean, that's good stuff to know for when it comes time to raid.
So, Gorfy in 15 minutes?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's back to back for Gorfiends.
The positioning was also kind of nice, just like being out so that there was enough DPS time and all that.
Yeah, and you can kill the ads too right as they start to come out.